يا من صليت بكل الأنبياء، يا من في قلبك رحمة للناس، يا من ألفت قلوبا بالإسلام يا
نحمد ونصلي على رسوله النبي الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sameer and I'm finally with the first podcast in the 21st of Ramadan, and I invited two guests to discuss more about the Islam, intensely the problem the youth facing to be a Muslim in the Western countries. I've got two guests later ones. Before I introduce you with them, I'm going to tell you more about this podcast. The name of the podcast is The Last Hope, right? And obviously the name has a meaning and the reason of the podcast in there. When we start the conversation, inshallah, we'll do our best to pass the message. And also, I'm very, very happy to get along with the more youth. If you have intention to join us in this podcast in the future, please do send us an email. We will share the email link in the description when we upload the video, and you can contact us and then send us a description why you want to join us and what kind of knowledge you have, like what have you studied, like Sirah, Tafsir or whatever. You share with us, and then inshallah we'll do our best to invite as many people and the kids, and especially the specific age. I want people from the age 7 to age 16 max, or 18, to discuss, and if you have any question, you can come and ask the question, and we'll do our best to do a research and I find you the answer, satisfactory answer. Most of the time, obviously, every person reads the same book, but doesn't mean they understand the similar way, right? So everyone has their own way to interpret the meaning of the understanding they get from the book. It's the same. Quran is a miracle, and intention you go with to read the Quran, that's what you get out of the Quran. Simple as that. That's the law of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Now I'm going to introduce you with my two little guests today. So number one guest is...
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Muhammad Haneen. I'm in year 10 and I'm 15 years old.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Momin and I am 8 years old and I'm in year 4.
MashaAllah, Momin. So you off for the Easter holiday now, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. How are you feeling?
I feel good, but there's one thing about Easter that...
We'll talk about this later then, no problem. But how's your Ramadan going?
Good.
And how's your Ramadan going?
Good, alhamdulillah.
So you're keeping up all the fast, yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
That's good fun.
Yeah, so how are you feeling? What's your feeling? So what I want to know is, I want to clarify something first, yeah? So when I ask you a question about Islam, right, I don't want you to tell me what you read or what you read. I want to know from you what you feel, what you believe now, because it's two different things, right? So tell me, what's the simple, short, precise definition of Islam and be a Muslim?
For me, Islam means peace, love and acceptance, and peace, love, acceptance and importance of everyone as equal people.
Okay, and where do we learn this all?
It teaches in the Quran.
Okay, how much Quran have you read it so far?
I've done up to just 27.
With the Arabic literature only, or with the meaning?
Only Arabic.
Okay, with the Arabic, okay. And did you read anything else?
I used to know hadiths, but I forgot them.
Okay, no problem. So, my first question to you, Haneen, if you want to be something, what's the whole procedure to be that person?
You gotta train, work hard, play smart.
Okay, so question into a question. What's your hobby?
Boxing.
Okay, so if you want to be a boxer, what do you do?
Gotta work hard every day.
Okay, you gotta work hard every day, and you gotta train by?
Train by exercising.
Who's gonna train you? Coach, yeah. So you have one coach already, and you do your best to get the best coach because you want to be a best boxer, right? Because you believe you can be a best boxer, and it's only possible if you have a good trainer and a good guider, right? So what you do, you hire that, and you gotta pay the price for that, right?
Yeah.
Am I right saying that, right? So if you want to be a good Muslim, what's the procedure to be a good Muslim then?
So for a good Muslim, you have to pray 5 times a day, read the Quran, learn Islam, teach Islam.
And how you learn the Islam? How you find your coach? Who's going to be your coach?
Depends whoever I find.
No. We only have a one coach. Think about it. Think harder. Only one coach.
Allah.
Of course, and after him, who was our Prophet?
Prophet Muhammad.
Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, right? So you need to understand this, right? This is the nature law, right? If you want to do something, you need a manual, which we have already as a Muslim Quran, right? If you want to be a boxer, you need a manual like exercise structure, your food diet plan and everything, routine, right? Very good, right? And then you need a coach, right? Mentor, right? So if you want to be a boxer, or you want to have a mentor, right? In that boxing, who's going to be your mentor? Apart from your coach. So who you want to be like in the future as a boxer? Who you want to go above the level of in the boxing, or who you believe, okay, if I reach to this guy level, he's retired already, that's why, like Muhammad Ali, right? Muhammad Ali boxer. You say, I want to be like Muhammad Ali boxer.
Yeah.
Right? So what you do, you're trying to know that person. What Muhammad Ali used to do, how he used to talk, right? What he used to wear, what religion he was, how he used to talk to people, how he treat his family, right? Is that what you do, right?
Yeah.
So why would you not try to do the same with your religion?
I would.
You would, yeah? So what would you do now? Now I'm giving you a pattern as a Muslim what we should do. So let's twist it a bit more, yeah? For experiment reason, right? So before we do to you, remember this where we ended, and I'm going to come back to you. We're going to go to Momin, and we're going to ask his perspective about being a Muslim. Go on.
Well, I think the perspective of being a Muslim is like we all come together, we be friends.
And how do we come together?
We pray in our mosque, for example.
Yeah. Say Assalamu alaikum to everyone and trying to get to know people's problems.
Yes.
And?
Solve the problems.
Solve the problems, yes. And?
And try help the problem.
Help the people. Yes, as much as we can. Doesn't matter we know them or
if we
don't know them. As far as we know this person is a victim, what's your job first as a Muslim? To stop the oppressor. Right? And protect the victim. Right? Doesn't matter that person is Muslim or not. Yes, as a human, Islam teaches us, Allah told us, it's our job to stop anything we see bad happening. It's our first job to go stop that. Right? Good. Now, question back to you first before we go back on the same conversation again, right? Tell me, how does it feel like to be a Muslim in a Western society?
It's actually very hard because all these distractions like LGBTQ, protests, fights, gang violence, knife crimes, corrupted police.
Can you elaborate a bit more what they're doing in school to educate you about LGBT, and can you not just tell them, listen, I'm a Muslim, I'm not allowed, I'm not interested. It's not about I'm Muslim or not.
Well, here's the problem. LGBTQ is the government and everyone are calling it a protected class. When every human is a protected class. It's their rights. So they're giving them more privilege.
For what? Like, so we know human?
Yeah, they're trying to get attention. It's just attention.
Okay, so what, that's what you believe, or that's what you think?
That's real. That's real.
So that is real, like they tell you as well,
they're
right?
selling their soul.
So they say it's the minorities, so we're gonna protect them, right? Is that what they're doing, right?
That's what they're telling us. We're not doing that because in Islam we have to fight off the bad, like keep off the bad.
Yes, we need to do it. Anyway, come back to where we were before. So what we were talking about, you remember it now?
Yeah.
Before the first conversation we did. No, it wasn't about Ramadan. What did we talk about? It's the manual of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, right? So you want to be a boxer. So you in boxing you want to reach the level of Muhammad Ali. Because why? Why you want to be like Muhammad Ali? Tell me now. Few reasons. By the way, that was my example about Muhammad Ali. But who is your ideal boxer?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Why you like Mike Tyson?
He was very tough. He was very endurant. He was very strong.
Okay. And if I tell you he's not a good person in reality apart from the boxing though, would you still follow him? his character is not as he looks like on the telly, what would you do?
It depends what context you're taking in. If he has
Outside the sports. So when you make somebody a mentor, it has to be fully 100%. Right? There's no exception. There's no exception like I'm going to take this part and I'm going to leave this part. It's the same way as a Muslim. So our mentor, our coach, our alpha is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, no one else. If we make anyone our alpha below him, then we actually did an injustice to ourselves though. We did a zulm to ourselves though, because we have been given a value. And obviously he's a prophet. We can never reach to his level. But our alpha mentor is only him. And Sahabis.
it teaches us to be like him.
Yes. Follow him as much as you can. Follow his teaching, like Sahabas did, right? So Sahabas were no prophet, right? But they had so many miracles, like they did like so many wars, like 313 people defeating the 40,000 crowd, right? How did that happen? Like they were no prophet. Just because they followed his teachings to the extent, the standard they set it, as a normal human like me and you, right? They did that much, they reached those levels. So what does it tell you? The reason they reached that level and gained that kind of status, right? They had a good mentor, right? And the same mentor we have here as well. Like we have the exact same teaching, same manual. They've just been corrupted by a few scholars, right? So let me explain to you about the Muslim, about my opinion now, right? So I'm 35, I'm Sameer, and my opinion was kind of similar like you from the beginning. Yes, what you say is about love, kindness. Yes, it's a part of it, but that is not fully Islam.
There's more to it.
Yes, Islam. Let me give you a simple example of the Muslim first, right? So Muslim, being a Muslim is like, so it's my responsibility. Everyone gets served justice, no matter what race, religion, ethnicity they are. As far as it's gone from my eyes and it comes to my intention, that matter is my responsibility to be resolved as a Muslim within my abilities. Make sense? Right? So let's take an example, right? So you the elder son, right?
Yeah.
And your mother is a single mother, right?
Yeah.
Your parents separate, right? So let me give you an example, right? For me, you are the leader of the house. Understand?
Yes.
So imagine tonight, you go home and there's somebody break down to your house. What are you going to do?
Fight them.
Fight with whom?
The robber.
With them, yeah? So before even you do fight, what are you going to make sure first?
I'll make sure everyone is safe upstairs, nothing has happened to them.
That's it, yes?
Then I will look carefully around my surroundings.
Try to get help.
Yeah.
Try to get some help.
If I have something heavy, I'll use it, but if I'm not, I'll use my hands and I'll go down.
Yes, make sure your family is protected. Now let me give you an example. Now, so you, in the middle of the night, nothing happened to your house, you go to the kitchen and drink the water, and then you suddenly heard a scream from the next door, like, help. I think somebody's in our house. What are you going to do?
Could you please repeat that?
So, scenario changed. Before it was in your house, now the new scenario. So your neighborhood, you heard the noise, or your neighbor had your number, they called you, Hanan, listen, I think somebody in my house, right? And police may not even arrive on time, and I think they got a weapon. There's a couple of 3-4 guys though, and we are only 2 women in the house and 1 man, but we may think we need help. What would you do? She didn't ask you for help, but she told you the scenario. As a Muslim, what is your first job now?
In that scenario, I would tell them, hey, are you okay? Is everyone protected?
Now let me give you an example. Now, so you, in the middle of the night, nothing happened to your house, you go to the kitchen and drink the water, and then you suddenly heard a scream from the next door, like, help. I think somebody's in our house. What are you going to do?
Could you please repeat that?
So, scenario changed. Before it was in your house, now the new scenario. So your neighborhood, you heard the noise, or your neighbor had your number, they called you, Hanan, listen, I think somebody in my house, right? And police may not even arrive on time, and I think they got a weapon. There's a couple of 3-4 guys though, and we are only 2 women in the house and 1 man, but we may think we need help. What would you do? She didn't ask you for help, but she told you the scenario. As a Muslim, what is your first job now?
In that scenario, I would tell them, hey, are you okay? Is everyone protected? Are they safe? Are they sound? And then I would call my mom and tell them.
But you're in the house with your mother.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone. So why would you call your mother?
I'll go upstairs.
Oh, you gotta go
and then,
inform her, yeah?
I'll bring her down. I'll ask her. I'll tell her, oh, they need help. There's robbers there.
And what if your mom said, listen, that's not your problem. You don't get involved because obviously those people has a weapon, right? And they may just even kill you too. And what I'm gonna do if you die?
That's true.
So what would you do? What makes you, if you hear that from your mother, what you feel?
If my mom says no, then I'll feel guilty for the neighbors.
Not today, right?
Yeah.
So you feel bad, right?
Yeah, for the neighbors.
So now you have 2 scenarios now. One is the order of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one is the order of your mother. Which one you gonna choose?
Allah.
So why would you not go help them?
Because my mom said so.
And whose order is to protect them?
Man.
No,
Allah.
Allah. Allah said as a Muslim, your job is help the victims, right? No matter what. Because if you know and you don't help them, you are equally liable as a person. Do you know that? You didn't know that possibly before, but now you know it, right?
No.
So as a Muslim, if you're not brave, that means you don't know your religion.
Cowardice is haram in Islam.
What is it?
Cowardice is haram in Islam.
What's that?
Cowardice is like running away.
Yes, cowardness. Yes, brilliant. Yes, you answer my question. You, my boy, you heard what we said, right?
Yeah.
What's your opinion about it? What do you think?
I think this is correct because this is like you said, this is the job of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a job for us to do. And if you do it, you have completed it. But if it happens again, you can complete it again and make it more.
Have you ever heard method like shaheed? So if you helping somebody and you die,
You go straight to Jannah.
that's it.
It's a high ranks of Jannah.
That's it. No question asked. Imagine you were a sinner,
Because you have
and just because you did this, your job, the contract you did with Allah. This is our contract, by the way. Every single human is contracted. Like we will implement the law of our Lord in this dunya, and then we get our akhirah after. Yes, tazkiyah nafs, like kindness, everything is a part of it. But can you be kind with somebody who's coming to break down to your house, trying to kill you, rob your money, and put your mother in a danger? Are you going to be kind with that person too at the time? No, because you're going to be kind to him. What is going to do? You're trying not to kill him.
Okay,
you're trying to stop him.
Knock them out.
Yeah, you're trying to stop him. You're trying to stop him in a limit. And when you see the threat, like, okay, now it's a death. It's whether it's my death or his death. So I gotta choose his death because he's at wrong. But if you act wrong, then you surrender. You apologize. You understand? So imagine you get to the life in the life some condition like where you distracted from religion. You don't know about the religion, and you become with the gang people, and then you get to the point where you see, oh my God, what I'm doing. I was not born for this. I was never born for this, right? And you do realize, yes, I'm wrong, and then you surrender yourself. So let me give you a simple example of the Muslim. Muslim mean is who surrender himself to the will of
Allah.
Subhanallah. Yes, beautiful. And submitting will mean is you have no will now, but you choose to submit your will. No one imposing on you anything. No one is forcing on you, right? But you know why? We both know it. One day we all gonna die. No matter how long we live. You know it, right? 60, 65 max. I'm 35 now, right? You 15, right? You possibly got 50, 60 years if you're lucky. Allah knows the best, because Allah knows the best. But I'm telling you with the average current times age people dying at, right? 40. I've seen people die with a heart attack at the age of 40, right? So we know like people die at the age of 40, like there's no guarantee of the life, like you're going to live like 50, 60 years. I'd rather live 10, 20 years, but live like a life Allah will say, welcome. Welcome Khalifatul Earth. The meaning of the man is a responsible Khalifatul Earth. You know what Khalifatul Earth is?
Yeah.
Khalifa is the leader of this dunya. Earth is a word, it's like a plural. It's not even like one earth. So it's like 7 skies, 7 earth. And then Allah made you a Khalifa. Khalifa means a leader, like a head top. Every one of us.
Yeah.
We've taken the contract. We actually taken this contract with our own choice though. Allah didn't impose on us. There's a verse in the Quran, it's going to be really intense, but I'll just give you a reference like Surah Ahzab. There's a verse, is Allah explains you the story when we actually taken this contract. We said we're going to implement your law on this dunya where we live. So when we say dunya, is this earth. When we say earth, Arabic earth, that means 7 skies, 7 earth, right? Anyway, so obviously, when it comes to this, right, yeah, so you're the man of the house. Now, obviously, you see your mother work hard. She's trying to feed you halal. And that's why you're a good guy, right? You see this changes because you understand LBGT. I didn't tell you LBGT is wrong, right? Nobody tell you LBGT is wrong. You naturally feel it's wrong.
No, it is wrong.
Right? Right? Because it's against the nature. Simple as that, right? Any man will feel this, right? Unless he has something poisonous or like disease in his head. Right? It makes no sense man to man or woman to woman like this. And obviously, the reason I'm talking to you openly is because obviously they're teaching you something wrong. And if I don't talk to you openly, I can't teach you the difference, what is the bad and the wrong.
Yeah.
But like I said, your mother worked hard on you a lot, right? She provided in the house, but it's your job. You know when you become, when the best age to start earning money, you know it?
16.
No, there's no age.
No age.
No age.
We start like that.
As soon you see you need to start responsibility, think about this, bro, right? So let's say there's no man in the house. Similar like your situation, right? And you see, do you like your mother working?
No.
Naturally, no, because you're a man. It's natural. I don't like my mother working. I don't want my mother to work. I was in your age, by the
I
way.
wanted to rest and take care.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I was in your age, by the way, when I started working in Pakistan. We had a similar issue, like a business go bomb, like lost the business, and I saw my mom like crying. And my mom said, "I'm gonna start working though," and I said, "No, I'm 15. I can do it. Don't worry. You don't need to." Me and my brother start working, right? And from the age of that 16, by the way, I was 16, you're 15. 16 till I'm 35 now. It's been how many years?
10.
No. Think about it again. 19 years. I've been working. 19 years.
Oh, you're 5.
Yeah, in total, I'm 35 now, right?
Yeah.
So it's been 19 years I've been constantly working. And you know what? I can never imagine any woman in my house going to work. Yes, if she has a good skill, like she's a doctor, I will let her work.
But not for too long, innit?
Not for the work, like for the cheap jobs, bro. No,
Yeah,
that's the man's job to
that's your
provide.
man's job.
Listen, as a man, it's our job. How would you feel about it?
I would feel like, no, this is not right.
There's no right for the woman, right?
No,
So it's the man's job, right?
Yeah, it should be for the man's job because the man can do it properly.
Men can do it properly, and you
We
know,
can
like,
both do it properly, but like,
yeah, but it's our job. Like Allah said, it's your job, it's your job. That's the end of the story, right?
yeah.
Right? Because and he doesn't say don't ask the question. Obviously, he says like, okay, he explains to you why men should go to work and women should do this duty. Every woman should be a princess of the house, whether it's your mother, whether it's your sister. You don't have a sister, but I do. I do have 2 sisters, right? So your mother has to be treated as a princess. So what's the job of the princess?
Sit home.
Do nothing, chill, right? Am I saying right?
Yeah.
So, as a developing yourself from now, think about now, you're a Muslim. Muslim man always has a respect, self-respect, which is more
It
important.
teaches in the Quran.
Allah said it, He given you. He
Yeah.
given you. It's up to you, you're going to use it or not. Or you become this, like, you like to be humiliated. It's your choice. You're going to be 20, 30, and you're still going to be sitting at home, your mom's making the money. That's disrespectful. Because you choose to do. You choose to humiliate yourself, right? People say to you or no, it doesn't matter. Your mom say anything to you or no. But as a naturally man, it's against your respect. Right? But anyways, let's get back to the Islam thing, right? So, tell me something more about the LBGT. How are they pushing in the schools?
So the LGBTQ it's a gay community.
It's only just a gay community. lesbian, gays,
it's lots of genders.
binaries and rubbish.
They're creating new genders every day. Honestly, I don't know.
I'm a black lesbian or something.
Yeah. What's
Anyway,
this?
yeah, it's stupid though, bro.
Yeah, so they're teaching in schools, brainwashing actually.
What do they say about it? Just explain, share.
They say, oh, you can do what you want, feel free, let your emotions out, cry out loud, something like that.
It seems
You
like
have to,
they're forcing you.
as a man, you have to be strong, have strong emotions, control them.
Yeah.
As women, they can do whatever they want. They're, like you said, they're the princess.
Yes, yes.
Men have to be the providers.
Obviously.
The protectors.
And protect the woman.
Yeah.
And protect the society.
Yeah.
And protect every single person you see is a
Children.
victim and getting oppressed by the oppressor.
Yeah.
Right? Also, you talk about the... let me come to you, right? You said it's getting together is a meaning in the Islam as well to be a Muslim, right? Explain how.
Like, what do you mean?
So how do we become a community? I'll give you example, right? So I'm going to share some experience, right? And which is very heartbreaking, right? But don't become like it. You got to correct it. That's what I'm sharing with you, right? So I went to prayer in mosque in London, and you know, like when you stand up for a camera, just to start the prayer, right? And the Imam says, like, get closer, guys. Yeah, so make your stuff clear, like straight and very close to each other, like shoulder to shoulder and toe to toe, right? You know that it's a rule.
Yeah, I know.
So I touch the guy's feet to just touch my toe, and he moves his toe away, and then I touch him more, and he moves away, and I touch him more, and then he moves away. Then when I do the third time, he look at me like. I said, I did nothing. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I said, come closer. He said, it's alright, yeah? And you're not going to believe me, right? End up, I was standing like this. And I had to touch it. I'm constantly, obviously, the sin is not on me. My prayer is going to be accepted because I made an effort, right? So it's all about intention. Islam is all about intention. Result come from Allah. You can put as much effort as you like, but if you're not meant to by Allah, it's not going to happen.
There's nothing.
But you will be rewarded for your effort, and on the basis of your
Actions
and niyat, intentions, whatever intentions, right? So on that basis, you will be rewarded. But anyway, that guy is that was a different. So that actually really disappointed me, like, because this is tell us like how distant we are. You understand? Like, even we're praying, we're not following the laws. We're not even close. Like, this is a basic law. You have to touch the shoulder and toes to toe when you stand up. And it's like an army, Muslim army. And you get in there, and the people are actually getting offended when you touch them. Even they know it's a part of them. And they just like...
It's because society is weaker now.
It's like no education.
It's because of LGBTQ, I'm telling you.
It's so much. It's so much lack of education, though.
Yeah.
It's concepts not clear by Islam, right? Like I said, when you want to be a boxer, you make a mentor, right? And then it's the same way. We naturally, as a Muslim born, we have a mentor. And it's our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, right? And he's the best example. We don't even need to go read about Bill Gates or anyone. If you want to be a best businessman, you read about him. You want to be a best son, you read about him. You want to be a best husband, you read about him.
Yes,
Every single thing from A to Z, you call it.
Even bodybuilding, he had a good physique. In one of the hadiths, he had a good chest, he had wide shoulders, big back, everything.
I'm not sure about that one, but I believe he used to do a lot of physical work.
No, he
had a flat belly, and he has like a good physique. Yes.
Belly.
His belly was flat, yes. He didn't have a big belly like people like has, like especially Muslim, like especially your Imam has it. Every Imam has a belly now, right? Makes no sense. When we look at the Imam, I don't remember a Prophet. It doesn't remind me about Prophet.
It should be having a six-pack ripped.
He may have it because we haven't seen it, right? We haven't, and none of the Sahaba seen it, obviously, because he used to cover himself, right? He was very modest.
They should have a
he never lost his modesty.
Because of the work they did. Yeah.
Yes. So, tell me about one more thing. Yeah, we're gonna add it on. There's plenty of things I really want to talk about. We have a short of time as well. What do you think about lie? How big crime to lie about something?
Well, there's certain degrees to that. Lying is already a bad thing, but saying wallahi and then lying about that's even worse. That's one of the highest sins you can do. And you have to fast for 3 days straight.
Yes.
No breaks in between.
You're listening to
3 days straight if you lie and say wallahi.
Yeah. So,
for example, if there's if I stole someone's £10 note, let's say, and they come back and they say, say wallahi, you never took it. I say wallahi, I never took it. But it's in my pocket.
Yeah.
I use it. It's all mine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the highest sins, and they will take all my good deeds, and I'll have all their bad deeds.
Yeah, do you know the hadith I'm going to share with you is that there was a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One of the Sahabi came to him and said, "Is there any possibility like the Muslim will slip to commit a zina?" And he said, "There can be a possibility." And he said, "There is any possibility a Muslim can bribe somebody or take bribe?" He said, "There is a possibility. He may just slip to do that, commit that sin in ignorance, or he may change it after that, obviously." But and he said, "Can Muslim lie?" He said, "No. If you lie, you're not Muslim." You know, it's a authentic hadith. And he said, "Do you know why? Think about this.
Because Muslims have to be real. They have to be."
So if you are a liar, first for a minute, right? Let's say I'm a non-Muslim, right? And you're a Muslim, and you're a liar. I know. I know for a long time, but I know you're Muslim, but you lie.
Okay.
And you come to me and say, I say, "What makes you Muslim? What's your belief?" And you say, "One God." I'm gonna say he's a liar. He lied, or he was a liar. Were you gonna be a Muslim today? No. You're gonna say he was a liar. Why would I follow him? Why would I believe he went to Miraj?
Because he lied.
Exactly. So just because he never lied, how many people are Muslim today? 2 billion, 25% of the world, and it will expand.
It's the fastest growing religion.
It's the fastest growing religion.
Faster Christianity, faster than everything.
But we need to be a proper Muslim. So your job is be a Khalifa to earth. Before you become Khalifa to earth, you become Khalifa of your own house. Be in charge. Right? You lead the example for your brothers.
This also reminds me of one more thing I want to say. This generation isn't good, and it will fail unless we fix ourselves.
Inshallah. What we do here? We are fixing.
We're trying.
We are trying to fix it, right?
But the thing is, this generation isn't what we wanted it to be. We expect. Our parents wanted us, came to this country for a reason. Well, for example, these Iraqi kids, or something, for example, or Kurdistan, they come to this country, vape, smoke. At 15, 14 years old, I'm surprised myself.
I've seen it, but you don't like doing it, right?
I would never. Do you know vape is made from urine? Urine.
They put alcohol in there, by the way.
Alcohol, urine.
You know,
yes.
They changed the name benzoate. Rather than writing alcohol, they write propylene glycol or benzoate benzyl. Right? They are the family of the alcohol as well. So they don't write, they fool you. So when you check the ingredients, it says benzoate or propylene glycol.
Kids, gang violence, stabbings, shootings, and killings outside school. Where did this come from?
And there is no outcome of it. There's no benefit of it. Right?
And I think this all comes down from LGBTQ, and I'll tell you why. Because they're brainwashing you, and they're brainwashing you by teaching you the wrong things in school. And in school is that's where you grow and learn. It's like you're in a little bubble learning. So
yeah,
it's teaching you.
It's so difficult. By the way, what do you guys think about the Palestine issue? How do you feel about it? And why do you think we can't help them?
I'll say one thing. Do you know online any famous, if they're supporting Israel and saying the stuff, you need to take like deeper background checks, because they're 99.999% of the time they're doing it for the money.
Yeah, of course.
Because and they're selling the soul even.
Of course,
just for a little thing.
But my question is to both of you, right? Think about it before you answer me. Why we are too weak?
We're too weak because of this generation's iman, like their strength, the heart strength to Allah. They're more focused on games. I have this problem as well, but I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it.
Yeah, mashallah, I can see that.
I started exercising. I lost 20 kg under 1 month.
Mashallah. Yeah, by the way, the Hanan used to be really.
Yeah, I used to be fat.
Mashallah.
I lost my weight. 20 kg under 1 month because I watched some podcasts from Andrew Tate. I felt motivated, strong. I have forearm muscles now. I'm actually feeling strong.
Yeah, do you have any picture of your the old one?
I did, but I deleted it.
Okay,
So,
no worries. We'll share maybe inshallah in some other time. Like,
inshallah,
find out
let me
about
just
one.
get my six-pack soon, and I'll show you.
Inshallah ta'ala. Also, like, let me give my opinion on this, right? So we are weak. The reason is
Very
because
weak.
we know united.
The kids 1,000 years ago, six-pack, muscular.
Bro, that's forget about this.
strong
Hazrat
leg,
Ali
strong
radiallahu
leg.
anhu was ready to go fight in a war in your age.
Yeah.
Imagine.
No, even younger.
Younger than that, right?
5 years
And then he
old.
was 20 when he went in his first war. But he was ready beforehand. I think it was 3 or 4 when he accepted Islam. He was that intellectual person. Because it's, like I said to you, when is the right age to start making and earning the money, or
Whenever.
when is the responsibility comes on your shoulder? Because man is naturally born as a warrior, especially Muslim man, warrior man, right? And you see a reason, a responsibility. When you have a responsibility, there's no age. Now your target for my end is, like, inshallah, if we continue doing this podcast here in a couple of years time, I want you to be improve, and we'll see how improved you got, how much improvement you have it already, and what kind of help you need. Obviously, I'm going to be here inshallah to support you, to guide you, but I can help you next 5-10 years financially, whatever, right? But you will never become a man if I do it. I can guide you. I will make you to become and take the control of everything, rather than me supporting you.
Yeah, we need this burning mentality in our mind.
You're a man.
Yeah.
You're a man, simple. And
We're men. We're lucky to be men. Women are lucky to be women in their own
They
way.
got so many parts, but we've got big responsibility. But remember, bigger the responsibility is, bigger the reward is, my friend.
High risk, high reward.
High reward. And, like...
For example, you know when you're working out and you're feeling tired and your arms hurt and everything. 1 week later, you got muscles.
That's it.
It's growing.
It's natural, right?
You'll be happy for yourself.
If Mike Tyson comes to you and I say, listen, I'm going to make you the best boxer, and I believe you're going to be the best boxer.
I'll go straight away.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
When Allah telling you, I'm on your side.
I'll
Why do you not believe it? Right?
I will believe it.
I'm not saying about you though, I'm just generalizing it, right?
Some people in the world, they say, oh, Allah, what's this?
Allah said it. Allah said it. Listen, Allah said it clearly. You taken this contract with your own choice. You said it. Allah didn't impose on you, because the sunnah of Allah is He does not impose on you till you want it.
Yeah, it's not forced.
Yes,
You pick it if you want.
And it's in the Quran though, right? But people, ulama and the people never told us this. I listened to one more person now, obviously, and obviously I learned from him more better way, and understand Quran more better than I ever learned or understood in the past, right? So he explained beautiful way, right? And it makes totally sense. If Allah sending me with His choice to this world and imposing His own contract on me, and I fail to do it, right? And then He puts me on a hell, then clearly there is no justice. Make sense? Because I never asked this. I never asked Allah to make me, right? Right? But if I change the script now, think about this, right? So we were in a heaven. Allah had some contract. You and I, three or all of us in the room, chose to do that contract with our own choice. We raised our hand, like we will do it, without knowing what's in the contract. Then Allah said to you, you have done a wrong decision. You don't even know how heavy this contract is, and it's kind of impossible. But now you've taken the responsibility. No problem. We are on your side. I'm on your side. Allah said, I am on your side.
It's going to help us.
And the only way you're going to be successful is if you stick to Islam. If you use the only Islamic tool 5 times prayers, kindness, empathy,
Quran.
Hajj, Quran, Roza, Zakat, you need it. Just as a fuel you up to implement.
Fasting on
But the
Mondays and
main is Deen Islam. Like implement the law of my Allah on this dunya and in your house,
We should be proud.
on the earth. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the best politician, right? He actually, what did he do? He trained people, and then he became a leader. And that is the right definition of the politician. Not the definition of the current politician we have in our society. That's contrast. Totally contrast. That's not even right.
They're the devils. They're the real jinns.
And you know why they don't want the Islam to be implemented is Because they lose the power.
They're trying to keep us away from. They're trying to make us weak, and they expect us to join the army, trying to fight for Israel.
No,
Kill us, bro.
we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
I'll shoot them instead.
Listen, simple thing is like we need to understand first the purpose of our life, right? And which I told you, right? We take this contract with our own choice, and Allah is fueling us already to help us support. And then He said, "You're gonna forget it. Don't worry. I will send you 124,000 prophets to remind you." And once they even gone past, you got the book, which will constantly remind you if you stick to it. You read it, right? Deen Islam is the main. Anyone can pray. Anyone can do fast. It will not implement the deen in the dunya, by the way. Because you're doing just for yourself. You're selfish, right? Because there's a time like there was I think I don't remember it was a Lutheran Islam nation or something, and Allah sent to angels to just go destroy them. So they pick up the big stones, and they were going there to destroy it, and they stopped and they gone back to Allah. They said, Allah, there's a few people there, the good ones. They were worshipping you. Allah said, destroy them first. Why? They were doing tazkiyah nafs. They were praying. Why? They were doing whatever they're supposed to do, worship. Allah didn't send you here for the worship. If that was only for worship, we could have stayed in heaven, right? Here are with the bigger purpose. Implement the deen. Protect the victims. Fight with the oppressors. And no matter who's the oppressor is and who's the victim is, as far as they are human, even like the animals is our responsibility. Every single thing on the earth.
Yes. Every living
thing,
everything.
Anything, any situation I've seen it, right? While I'm coming back from school, work or whatever, if I see any bad situation, if I did not help them, Allah will not let me enter in heaven though. Remember this.
If you see a cat stuck in, for example, if you see
even a cat, dog, whatever, is as far as a living, you can help.
If you see a turtle stuck with the plastic, I've seen videos on YouTube. Turtles are stuck on the ocean with plastic all over their face because of people polluting.
I know, I've seen that.
These bad habits.
Yeah.
It was I think it was a big bottle just stuck like here.
Oh my God.
He couldn't even breathe for like 5 hours.
But you feel the pain when you see the animal as well, right? It's natural, because Allah has put in you.
Yeah.
Allah has naturally put in you. And also, like, obviously, you're obviously, it's easy to talk, but it's difficult to do, but it's not impossible to do. Bear in mind always, Allah is with you 24 hours, honestly.
Yes.
And you're only going to get Allah help if you stick to the religion. It's not religion, deen.
Deen.
Your mission is, first I'm going to bring the deen into my house. Your mom may say to you, listen, don't interfere in people's problems. But you have to remember, Allah has,
Allah.
But you know, yes, she's everyone. So let me just rank it, right? Allah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family, right? All the prophets, his family, Sahabas. Then come up her parents, possibly somewhere, and I may not be doing the right ranking.
It's the mom 3 times after the.
Oh, that's just different separate things. But when it comes, Allah said, obey your mother.
Because
what's the right of your mother? Yes,
unless
she clashed with the order of the Allah. Unless when she clashed with the order of the Allah, you disobey her. You know why?
Not like disrespect her.
No disrespect. No. There's no chance of respect, bro. You don't even go close to that. You just side away.
Disobey as in like no.
Disobey, just don't agree.
Pick the right option.
So let's say like I told you this option. You said to you said to your mother like they're in problem, and I know it because I know now I can't step back. I have to go. I have to see the face there, no matter what, because now it's my responsibility. Because now I'm liable for them. Like the same way we're watching Israeli killing our Palestinian brother and sister, right? Yeah. But unfortunately, we can't do anything. The best we can do right now is there's no physical war. Pray and be competent in any field you're going to
Make noise.
Make noise. Protest is the weaker people. Weak people do it. So what you do is intellectual war. Intellectual war is what is intellectual war? If you want to be a boxer, you go to the top boxer. If you want to be engineer, you make sure you become the engineer, you do a new innovations. You have to be best in your field.
Make your own designs.
Yes. So when you become independent and strong and a business, like you contribute in a bigger economy, the world listens to you. There's no, it's not the time like Prophet Muhammad used to go to the war, like physical war, stuff like that. No. It's intellectual war. What Israel has, money. all big companies fall by them.
They got in it from America. America.
No one helped them, bro. They did it itself.
No. America's helping them right now.
Now, because they own the big companies in America.
Yes,
they control the whole market.
They're both doing it for money.
Yeah, but they control the whole market, right? So the money is the war weapon right now.
Yeah.
Whoever has it, but bear in mind, we don't cross the limit to make haram money, by the way. We have to make the halal money.
No matter what.
No matter what.
No excuses. No.
If you have a right vision, so if you want to make money, why do you want to make money?
To feed my family.
And?
Provide. As in
That's very basic and that's again selfish. Let me correct you, yeah? Don't take me the wrong way, but if you make a intention today, Ya Allah, give me billions. I'll give you a very classic example of Andrew Tate. He comes from nothing. If he can make billions, you can do too, right?
He started eating noodle packs from
I don't really want to go into details how he made his money because obviously that was wrong that time. It's got nothing to do with us. But when he's reverted to Islam, he's trying to correct himself. We should have given him enough time to change it, right? But for me and you, it's still possible because you know the money comes from Allah. Once you say, Allah, give me that money, so I'm going to use this money to implement the contract we did it in before I came to this world, right? I'm going to implement that contract and I'm going to use that money to implement that contract in this dunya. I promise you, bro, you're going to be a billionaire. I promise you, you're going to be a billionaire. Because then you're actually doing the real job then.
Yeah.
So, feeding your family is minor, like everyone feed their family. There's nothing bigger you're gonna do. There's no something like unique you're doing. Do something unique which no one's actually willing to do it, but everyone's supposed to be doing it. As every single Muslim responsibility is to implement the deen of Allah.
Using the money for being a better Muslim.
Better Muslim to help you can only help the victims if you have the money. Otherwise you can't. Because money is a power right now.
Life is not free.
Yeah, and halal money is a bigger power. Alright. So, I think, do you have any question, guys?
I have one thing to say about the Palestine Israel.
Go on, my brother.
I want to explain something.
Go on.
So, for example,
Louder.
Palestine is like the person, he's in his house, and it's his house, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then Israel is the robber, and he's coming into the house. He beats you up.
Mm-hmm.
He has a knife, so you can't really beat him up. He ties you to the chair.
Yeah.
And then he starts attacking your mother.
Mm-hmm.
So then you quickly untie the rope, and then you start fighting back the robber. But what UK and everything that supports Israel is saying, why are you fighting him? It's the robber's house. Wait, but that's your house.
Yeah.
So then technically, you're fighting just for the robber.
Yes, mashallah, you understand very well. So they're saying actually robber has a right to defend.
Yeah, but it's
What's this?
Exactly.
It's like if I throw a punch in boxing, you're supposed to hit back. You don't let them do it again.
Yeah, it's simply like somebody break down to your house.
Yeah.
And if you defend yourself, they say and that person trying to kill you, they say, oh, that person is killing you because he has a right to defend, but he has the wrong intention. Why did he break down to my house illegally? Right? So it makes no sense though, right? Clear? Right? Anyway, you got any question? Any question or anything?
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, go on.
What do you think about LGBTQ being taught in schools, and why do you think it's if you do, why do you think it's dangerous for kids?
It's very, very dangerous because there's a chemical in the brain of the children up to the age of 12, and they're developing, and children are very, very small, right, up to the age of 12. So up to the age of 12, they actually don't listen what you tell them. They do what they see you doing. So in the school, unfortunately, in the Western society, we have a limited power to stop them, because obviously they don't allow me to teach my kid my religion, but they actually forcing my kid to learn about the LGBT, which is like insane, right? So I gotta make sure I pay attention and I give enough time to my brother, sister, or whoever younger than me, which is not sensible yet, and my kids as well, right? And fight intellectual war, simple. But at the same time, if I have an option to get out from this country to educate them somewhere or do a homeschooling, do that.
Yeah.
That's the better
option. Anything better option.
Yeah, and obviously LGBT is a disease. Simply,
Of
it's a mind
course.
disease, right?
It's
It
killing
makes
you.
no
It's
sense.
slowly
They,
but surely
they,
killing
they
you.
have agenda behind it to
Yeah.
stop the reproduction, to reduce the population, and that's how they do it. Because when the man marries to man, they can't have children.
Yeah,
The woman
where-
can
where
have.
does that come
That's
from?
stupid, though, bro.
And there's- I've seen
it causes so
videos-
much diseases, by the way.
Yeah.
So many
I
diseases.
understand what you mean. You know. Oh yeah, I've seen videos of gay mosques, and
Astaghfirullah.
even
Yeah.
Shaitan is confused. I'm
There
like, what is this? What's this?
there was a girl said she was saying, oh yeah, there was a guy like, oh, he said, oh, I have actually done my first operation, alhamdulillah. And I said, whoa.
Oh yeah, even Shaitan is looking
The
down.
shaitan must
What
be
the
saying,
hell is this?
Allahu Akbar. I'm going to pray, but bro, you're right, yeah, leave me alone. But anyways, moving forward, what I want you to do, especially, you got 3 brothers, you 4 brothers, mashallah. I'm going to send you a seerah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah, when we do second podcast, you're going to learn something from there, and I'm going to ask you a question from there. So you make sure you know. You don't have to go like single everything remembered, but you need to remember the whole overview of the few incidents. You don't need to read the full of it. So I'll give you like, so next Sunday we're going to meet inshallah again. We're going to do again.
Inshallah.
And you're going to find the agendas, questions, and first 30 pages, I tell you where you need to start reading, because you don't need to go with the history of the Ismail and everything, right? And then we will discuss about, I'll tell you what was the scene about Iblis and when Allah made Adam alayhi salam, and the whole story. We'll discuss it and you can ask the questions and I will explain you and why we come to the earth, everything, a few bits and pieces we already discussed obviously, right? Like we taken the contract, and when we die, we have to die. Everyone's gonna die.
It's life. You can't just stay alive forever.
I wish we could, but there's no chance. But honestly, if you do what Allah wants you to do, and Allah didn't impose on you, you chosen yourself, right? And if you're successful in that, trust me, when you're gonna look back to this life, you're gonna say, you know what? I never want to go back there. Why did I leave this place at the first place? Obviously, I take it a contract, but once the actual curtain's gonna separate. Yeah. So thank you very much, guys. It's a pleasure to having you here, right? And pleasure to have your opinions. It's good to know about your opinions, though. Inshallah, I'm gonna give you a task. Right? Read about the seerah. Come back and inshallah, till then we're gonna have a more guest. And we will make them a part of our podcast. It's more about like research and especially the best age to be look into like how we can train you to be a better Muslim, inshallah. Support or anything where you need it, we're going to provide. And that's the whole concept of this podcast, to open you basically the things you can't even speak to your parents. Feel free to speak to us and we'll find you solution. It's all about solution, right? If you don't tell the disease to your doctor properly and then you keep getting the wrong medicine, then the disease is going to become cancer.
Yeah.
So we make sure we don't reach there. And inshallah, thank you very much guys for watching, and we'll love to invite you in the future. Feel free to send us an email. Till the next week, inshallah, we'll see you later. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.